morning, it's Danny with Sagittarius. Today we're going to do a Taurus reading. Angels, guides, what does Taurus need to know? Three of coins. Before we get super into it, don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button. It helps me a lot. We have the Three of Coins, building a foundation. That's kind of the early days of starting a new project. We've already had the plan to do it. We've already decided we're going to do it, and now we're actually taking steps to do it. Ace of Swords, newfound clarity. So this is the beautiful start of a new journey for you, Taurus. Four of Wands. We already have Pentacles, Swords, and Wands. Grateful togetherness. You feel like you have a lot of support starting this new project. New project could be new relationship. It could mean a lot of things. Now we have our first major arcana card. This is the Hanged Man. Maybe you're not really seeing this new opportunity for how good that it is. If you feel like in your head you're kind of doubting if this is the right path for you, this is a good sign that this is. And maybe you just need to look at it a different way. You know, I know sometimes Taurus don't like change. It could be that this is kind of changing things for you. And there it is. Right underneath that Three of Coins, we're seeing this Five of Swords, but it's in a reversal. This is about making compromises. And some of those compromises could involve making sacrifices of other things you've worked for. It could be, you know, if you're starting a new relationship, maybe it's long distance. It could be you getting a new job opportunity. We'll come back and clarify these in a little bit. Loss of courage, okay, with the Seven of Wands here, but it's in a reversal. This is falling underneath that Ace of Swords. So this newfound clarity is going to come from that. Again, we'll come back and clarify here in a little bit. Resolving conflict. The Hanged Man, healing loss, Five of Cups. Okay, let's come back and clarify this Three of Coins here. With the Hierophant, but it's in a reversal. Unconventional thinking. Okay, so that Hierophant is a major arcana card, and it's clarifying that very first card that we got with the Three of Coins. That is this new opportunity, this new person, and we have unconventional thinking. So this is something that is going to be completely out of the norm for you, Taurus. It's going to feel very uncomfortable. Let's clarify that Ace of Swords here. But I do sense a little bit of excitement here in this reading. Oh, okay. With this Ace of Swords, this is going to feel uncomfortable to you because it's going to take a lot of effort. And we see that here with this Knight of Coins, and that's clarifying the Ace of Swords. So this is going to feel not only completely out of your norm, but there's going to be a lot of expectations with it as well, which may feel like when you're first looking at it, extremely overwhelming. I do get that sense of overwhelmingness. You could potentially see a lot of obstacles, and I sense a little bit of overthinking. Why is the Four of Wands here? Okay. You do have a lot of people who are willing to support you on this. I don't see that as one of the obstacles. We have this reluctancy to change. Although you can see the good in this person or this new opportunity, you're very hesitant because it's going to take a lot of changes on your half, and maybe it feels a little bit unbalanced. Let's clarify this Hanged Man. Why is the Hanged Man here? Five of Swords. This is from looking at things from a different perspective. Again, that major arcana Hanged Man. We're clarifying with the Five of Swords this ruthlessness to win. Perhaps there's a little bit of competition, and I think that might be why you're hesitant. There might be a little bit of overthinking, a little bit of overwhelming. You feel like you're in competition. You're not really sure if you're going to win that competition. It feels like the odds are stacked against you a little bit. We'll go ahead and clarify this Five of Swords in a reversal now. And again, we have the reversed Hierophant. That's this unconditional thinking. It could also be a lesson that has not been learned yet. And this is clarifying that Five of Swords in a reversal. So right on top of each other, we have the Hierophant, and then we have the Hierophant again. And the Hierophant, he is a teacher, he is a lesson, he is the universe trying to show you something. Why is the Seven of Wands here? That flew right out. And to clarify this energy of feeling insecure, feeling like the odds are stacked against you, we have Four of Coins and a Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is happening very fast. Maybe it's uncomfortable because things are getting a little bit chaotic a lot more quickly than you wanted, and you're still trying to hold on to the Four of Coins energy. That's still trying to have that stability that you once had, but I don't think that regardless of what happens, there's going to be a change. You're just going to have to embrace this new change. Five of Wands in a reversal. Why is this Five of Wands here? Nine of Cups, and that's in a reversal. Okay, so this support system that I was talking about in the beginning, you're very hesitant to trust them because they haven't always been honest with you in the past. I see there's empty promises, there's maybe overcommitments that were made to you and they weren't fulfilled. And that could be also part of why you're hesitant to move in this direction. And then we have the Death card in a reverse. And that's on top of this Five of Cups, which is in a reversal. Whenever we see the Death card, it is the end of a cycle. It's the end of a relationship, the end of a job, the end of a certain job responsibility. It's the ending of something. But your Death card is in a reversal, Taurus. That means that we're resisting this change. And I do believe this change is in this new opportunity. But we're hanging on to these past traumas, and that's making it really hard to move forward. What does Taurus need to know? What advice do you have for Taurus spirits? And then the Tower. I mean, I can't make this up. We have the Tower card here. See, I think we all know what the Tower is by now. That is, everything's gonna fall apart anyway. Temperance in a reversal. It's a Sagittarius energy. That is very chaotic energy, especially with the Tower and Temperance. There is going to be a big major transition in your life, Taurus, and it's going to feel very uncomfortable. I can't really sugarcoat that. Other than there is this this exciting energy that we had in the beginning of the reading where it felt very fresh. Felt like there was a new opportunity. Magician here in a reversal. Hold on, I'm going to come back and clarify these so we can get this message even clearer. There is definitely a lesson to be learned here, and we see that with those Hierophants in the beginning. And now I'm sensing at the end of this reading, because we have this reversal Magician and this Ace of Cups in a reversal, that you're going to have to really look within yourself to have a good perspective on this. This change that's going to happen in your life, whether it's a new person, whether it's someone leaving you, whether it's a job firing you, there is going to be a big change, and it all boils back. This is the last card on your first row, the Hanged Man. This having to look at things from a different perspective, having to rely on support that you wouldn't normally rely on. So when this big change happens for you, and there's not going to be any way that you can fight it, the spirits are strongly advising you to embrace this new change, to allow it to happen, and to be able to trust again. Maybe people who have hurt you in the past, to be able to trust them once again. If this is an ex who mysteriously appears back in your life after a long time, I advise that you hear them out, you see what they have to say, You sit with that for a little bit. You try to look at things maybe in a different way. I'm not saying take them back. And if this is a job who's cutting you loose, maybe it's because there's another opportunity for you somewhere else. And I sense that you know that, Taurus. I think this is just going to be really scary how everything kind of happens all at once. It's also important that you don't do anything, any toxic habits, any toxic behaviors that you have, that you don't indulge in those, because the devil did fly out, and I didn't even see this devil card fly out. I don't even know where it came from. I just looked down just now and saw the devil, and I said, oh my goodness, Taurus, this is gonna feel crazy, but you have got to hang on to that hanged man energy. If I was doing your manifestation candle right now, I would send you with this hanged man, because that is the energy that you're gonna need. You're gonna need to look at this through a positive light. You're gonna need to try to trust people and not become super duper guarded. Anyways, as always, you know what? I'm gonna pull an oracle card too, because I just really love these oracle cards. They really help clarify the message. Not today. Can you guys see that? It's probably backwards for you guys. It says, not today, not dealing hurt, avoiding conversation, call person, boundaries, still angry. That is the energy we don't want to have. If I could sum this up, it's so crazy how these cards work. It blows my mind all the time. Not today. You are going to have to deal with this change. You're allowed to have boundaries. You're allowed to still be hurt and still angry. But I think if you hear people out, especially people who you don't trust, if you hear what they have to say, you're going to be blessed with this Ace of Swords, that newfound clarity. And there is a lesson in here to be learned. You might have that big aha epiphany moment, you know? Your hard work is paying off. Maybe not in the way that you expected, but it is. Okay, as always, please like, please subscribe. Take what resonated, leave what doesn't. It could be from the other person's perspective. It could be a friend, family member. Just take whatever resonated with you. That's the whole point of tarot, is to try to get some advice out of it. And these are what my candles look like when you buy one. I do send you with your very own tarot card that was the center of the reading. Please visit my website, sagittario.com, and like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.